Snake.
Yeah.
Hey, what about me?
Who are you?
I'm Angela Gordon. I'm the exec producer of the show. I booked you this gig.
Weasel.
Well, good. All
People were tied up, leather, you know, half nude, whips and chains.
If you were an animal, what would you be and why?
How you doing?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Talk Soup. My name is Susan Hawk, Survivor's most misunderstood castaway. You know, it's such a treat being asked to host Talk Soup. It's my all-time favorite television program, and the staff has been so sweet and generous in welcoming me with open arms, and the script they've written for me, it's pure genius. What a wonderful experience, I tell you.
Susan, thanks for the compliments, but you know, we really need to keep moving along.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No problem.
Thanks.
Oh, and Fred?
Yeah, Susan.
If you were dying in the desert, I wouldn't give you a drink of water. I'd let the vultures do what they may with you.
Hey.
Coming up, a workout routine based on golfing. A male stripper bumps and grinds for his mother, plus sisters who are doing it for themselves.
Baby, I got a man and it's plastic, okay? And it doesn't better.
Yeah, because plastic never says, "Not tonight, honey, I'm too drunk." Tony's blind date with Angela got off to a bad start when he mentioned that his dog had just died. Angela's an animal lover, and Tony's vivid description of puppy entrails did little to spark romance. Realizing that he was losing ground, Tony agreed to let her put makeup on him at dinner. It was just as pathetic and weird as it sounds.
You know?
Would you let me do this to you?
Not today. Sure, why not?
Yeah, you would?
Absolutely.
Really? If you could be a woman, I mean, just seriously, just jump in some chick's body, who would you like to look like?
What era?
Any era.
Be specific.
Anything.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Or Raquel Welch.
Yeah, totally. Very sensuous. And I'm giving you a very Marilyn-ish look, because I happen to dig the way she does her makeup.
Take this off of me. Here.
You know how to get breads? I'll take them out for you. Why don't you ask if you can go pee-pee too, so you can go wipe your mascara and everything off?
Man, this girl needs help. What a sad situation.
I think he bailed out too early. If he would have let her put on a little more makeup, he would have looked like Rick Ocasek in drag. Friday on the blind date, Robert blows his chances with Amy by discussing her breast size at dinner. For some reason, his analogy to honeydews didn't go over. I felt sorry for the single people who were on the island with me. For Survivor, they didn't have much to go home to except their own loser lives. I at least have a husband who adores me. But maybe Sean, Greg, or Dirk can go on the Dr. Joy Brown show. Then they could play the dating game, like this guy.
If you were an animal, what would you be and why? And
okay. Is that
bonus points for noises.
Okay. I would be a cat. I mean, it's a typical answer for female, but I would be a cat because I could sleep all day, lick myself, and eat. And just curl up on your lap.
All right.
Bachelorette number 2.
Hi.
If we went out on a date, what would you drink and how many?
If we went out on a date, I would drink Sex on the Beach, let you know how I like it.
Speaking of sex on the beach, those rumors about Colleen and Greg are still floating around. I'm not saying there was any hanky-panky, but I did find a diaphragm made out of bamboo shoots and coconut shells near the lagoon. But you didn't hear that from me. Friday, Dr. Joy Brown helps more people deal with their problems. I know what you're thinking, but I'm not going on that show. I don't have an anger management problem. I'm just outspoken. And if you don't believe me, off.
Wow.
Andrea was getting bored with her boyfriend Scott, so she dragged his butt into Change of Heart. Once there, she was set up with a guy named Zach. He was anything but boring. In fact, he took Andrea to a kinky S&M restaurant.
It was pretty nuts, actually. You walked in and people were tied up, leather, you know, half nude, whips and chains.
Oh.
So it was a
That's
good time,
nice.
though. It kind of broke the ice.
So you didn't mind, and you thought it was kind of a unique way.
Definitely unique.
Was there anything, though, that, you go to a place like that wasn't so cool?
Well, Zach kind of degraded the waitress at one point, and I mean, he busted out this disposable camera and asked if he could take a picture of her ass. And right then, I was so embarrassed.
Zach, you want to explain that? What was going on?
What was going on was I was just trying to play the role. We were in the restaurant, do as they do in Rome. I mean, look, right here. You can see for yourself, Chris.
Oh, he brought this is the menu
for
from
$20. For $20, I mean, public humiliation. I mean, it's right in between paddling and cross-dressing. What was inappropriate?
I've eaten at that S&M restaurant. Instead of tipping, you just smack your server on the fanny and tell them the service was awful. Friday on Change of Heart, couples will go out with strangers on something the producers called a date, but I call it sponsored cheating. Nobody's getting off this island until I say so. Stick around, because later in the show, I'll have some choice words from my old friend Kelly. Plus, a threesome quickly turns into a twosome, leaving one guy lonesome. Also, check out a workout routine that's way under par. But first, the long-awaited reunion of Judas Priest. The crew people here are so obnoxious and so pushy.
Susan, we're back.
Oh, I'm sorry, Fred. It's just that these makeup people are so slow and clumsy and stupid.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Welcome back to Talk Soup. I'm that survivor bitch. Richie has got a secret to tell his mom, Leona, and her friend, a big, shocking secret that will bring tears to the poor lady's eyes. But that isn't going to stop him from telling her on the Maury Show. That's just how much he cares about dear old Ma.
I've got this secret I've been keeping for a little over 10 years. I know I own a DJ and a limousine service. Guess what? I've been making money in other ways, and I'm ready to show you now.
All right, come on out, Richie, and show your mother and your friend your secret. Here's your mom.
I can't believe you.
What's he look like?
Well, you don't want me to say it on the show, do you?
Now, first of all, wait a second. Let's hear what he's got to say.
You done got me in tears now looking at him. I didn't raise him that way.
I understand that, but how often do you do this, Richie?
I do this at least 2 to 4 times a week.
You'd think with that much practice, he'd be good at it by now, but I gotta get his number. He'd be the perfect entertainment package for Richard's birthday party. Friday, Maury meets another devastated mother. She's got a 7-year-old who smokes and drinks. One of my favorite reporters on the early show, and I have so many, is the perky Lori Hibbard. She hosts a segment cleverly titled The Hip List. In it, she takes a look at the latest crazy fads and what could be crazier than the new Golf It workout routine. That's right, golfing isn't just for lard asses anymore.
Well, I always thought that golf was for people who were too lazy to exercise, but I have found a new class that is not only a great workout, it also helps you perfect your golf stroke and lower your handicap. It was bound to happen, folks, and it finally has. Golf is off the course, in the gym, and on top of the hit list.
At first glance, Golf Fit doesn't look too challenging, but don't be fooled. The club you swing weighs 2 pounds, and the routines keep you moving at a sweat-inducing pace. It's all part of a new trend in exercise called sport-specific training.
The whole purpose of the class is to increase your strength and power off the tee, distance off the tee, more stamina throughout a round of 18 holes, endurance for those finishing holes, and ultimately shave strokes off your game.
Well, maybe not everyone's game.
Increase your stamina? Since when did golf become an endurance sport? Yeah, my legs get so tired pushing the gas pedal on the cart. Oh, I have to bend over and pick up a ball. Friday on the early show, more fascinating stories about sports-specific workouts, like the new miniature golf fit. You just do push-ups in front of a big, goofy windmill, very similar to the whack-a-mole regimen. Back in the late 80s, Guns N' Roses ruled the charts with hits like Welcome to the Jungle and Sweet Child of Mine. Now they're just kicking back, collecting royalty checks, and buying some primo weed. Just ask guitarist Slash. Here he is, free associating with Jon Stewart on The Daily Show.
Now, what is it backstage, though? Because you always hear about, like, years ago, it was a lot of excesses. But now everybody talks about, oh, yeah, we have wheatgrass and garlic drinks. Did the people party anymore back there? Or is it all like, oh, yeah, I'll have another one of them bottled waters there? You know what I mean?
What do you, you know, come on.
You don't even have to answer. You just act it out. I think that's fine.
What am I going to say?
Are you liking this album? Is this the stuff you've always wanted to do?
You know, the whole thing has been so much fun. It's been a lot of work.
Right.
But that's what life's all about.
You still, but it is?
Yeah.
See, I thought life was about you go on an island and then you win $1 million unless they vote you on.
No, everybody's got a misconception. You know this to be true.
All right.
About how this all works. It's like you go out and you do what it is that you want to do and you have fun doing it, but you have to deal with all the bullshit that goes along with it in order to do it.
Can I tell you something? Honestly, if I were high too right now, this would make a lot of sense.
You know why he wears that hat all the time? Because it hides the bong he's got surgically implanted in his skull. It goes straight to the brain, cuts out the pesky bloodstream middleman. Friday on The Daily Show, relive all the best moments from the week. Something tells me that bit of incoherent nonsense from Slash will kick off the show. Stick around, Soup survivors, because when we return, it's payback time for Little Miss Kelly. Also had a three-way Gets Ugly, Springer Ugly, and Straight Ahead, Tom Green Goes Shopping. Enough said. Welcome back to Talk Soup. I'm Susan Hawk from Survivor. My fellow castaway, Kelly Wigglesworth, hosted the show earlier this week. Here's what she had to say about me.
While we're on the subject of evil, nasty, and manipulative, I've got a few words I'd like to say about Susan on the final episode. She really let me have it, and there are some vicious things I could say, but I'm not going to stoop that low. Why should I mention that she's got two faces and they both bring to mind the expression, trick or treat? Or that she's formed an alliance with 7 of her 15 other personalities. Or the fact that the mud flaps on her semi are hanging mighty low.
Hey, I'm sure that wasn't easy for Kelly to do. After all, many of those words had more than 2 syllables. I'm not saying she's a media whore, but last night she held a press conference in her bikini bottoms. And I'm not saying she's a bottom feeder, but that tongue piercing is actually a fishhook. You know, they say she bit her ex-husband's nose, but it was an honest mistake. Poor thing thought it was a dog biscuit. I feel so much better now. Tom Green lives his life like a word association test. For example, if you were to say Lake Washington, Tom might respond, swim across it. And if you were to say shopping for wetsuits, he might say flutist. And if you were to say act like a lunatic, he might say comedy. That pretty much explains the bizarre sequences in this next clip.
You would probably be like a large tall. Do you have a large tall? No. Grab these clothes right here. Sure. Oh, yeah. This is good. Seriously. How much is it going to take to shut you up?
107.7 The End's Bill Reed, live in the studio with Tom Green.
I'm swimming across Lake Washington tomorrow, Bill. I'm gonna kick the lake's ass.
How long do you expect this will take?
People said that I couldn't do it. They said no one ever fly an airplane in the sky, and Wright brothers came along, flew an airplane in the sky. Said no one ever fly around the world, and Lucky Lindbergh came along, flew around the world. My mom didn't think I'd be able to make it. Tomorrow my mom's gonna know that I'm good. I'm a good boy.
Good luck tomorrow.
Daddy said I'd never amount to nothing. Well, how's the first guy to swim across Lake Washington sound to you? Huh? Woo!
Bad news for Tom. I hear his swimming instructor at the Y was Jervis. Tuesday, Tom Green will go out and pull more crazy pranks. This time he'll be joined by a cello player as he visits a chiropractor just for grins. Hard to believe, but the guys at the X Show have trouble scoring with the babes. But now they're going to get some help from comedian Laura Keitlinger. Up next, Craig finds out what to do when his woman isn't in the mood.
What do you guys want? Well, we need to learn from you, Craig, so just let us sit back and observe, okay? Oh, I guess. Next time you guys got to pay me, but all right. Show us how the players do. Watch a player play. How you doing?
You know what, baby? I'm sorry, but I'm really just not in the mood.
Not in the mood?
No.
Fellas, you gave me the I'm not in the mood deal. Can you help me out for this? Not in the mood? Yeah. Jeez, I've never really gotten that one. What do you guys...
Well, I think what she's saying is, I'm not in the mood for your same tired old act. That's what I'm saying. What do you think, Laura?
It means I found another lady friend.
Pitch a threesome, Craig. Pitch a threesome about that.
Who knows what I really want?
Well, tell me, what should I do? What should I do? Give me some advice here.
Or you know what else you might be saying? It's quicker if I just do it myself.
Hey, if those guys are having trouble finding a woman and they don't mind the smell of rat, might I suggest Kelly, the rafting queen? Wow. She'll go down river with anyone. But I kid the little tramp. Friday, the X Show presents the best moments from the week, so expect to see the loudest belch, the most brain-dead bimbo, and tips on how to be even more obnoxious at sporting events. Being the host of a late-night talk show isn't without its perks. Just ask Craig Kilborn. He uses his powerful position to fondle any beautiful chick that comes on his show. In this late show clip, Craig will complain that his guest, Famke Jensen, what a name, didn't give him a warm enough greeting. That will set up the second opportunity to group the X-Men star.
Why don't you just come right there so you don't have to bend?
I don't know. Should we do it again? What are you suggesting?
Oh, maybe. All right, we'll try it one more time. Just go out there. You want to introduce me? You introduce me, and I'll come out, all right?
Oh, I thought I remembered that. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being on my show tonight. I mean, no, that was the wrong introduction. Cut. Let's do it again.
Go ahead. This is good.
Okay, let's just go to the first guest, Craig Kilborn.
Incidentally, in Dutch, Famke means little girl, and in Swedish, Kilborn means lecherous frat boy, and in Hungarian, group means grope. Coming up after the break, it's the Soul Soup Survivor. In just a moment, a woman trades in her boyfriend for a lesbian lover and her battery-operated sidekick. The fools, they think they're so clever, making me read their corny jokes and introduce their warped little talk show clips. But when the ratings come in, they'll be singing a different tune. I'll be made the permanent host, and then they'll pay. Oh, they will pay dearly.
Susan, you're on.
Oh, hi. Welcome back. I'm Survivor Castaway Susan Hawk. Things were getting boring in Terry and Tina's relationship. So they had a threesome with Tina's friend Stephanie. Now the ladies have formed an alliance in and outside of the bedroom. And Tina wants to vote Terry off their island. In this Jerry Springer clip, we'll meet all three members of the sordid love triangle.
And let me tell you something. I've been sleeping with her the whole time we've been together, Terry. For you. You know why?
I want my ring
You're
back.
you're not getting nothing back.
Oh, yeah.
You're not a man. You don't take care of me. Who's been there for me? She's been there for me.
Not you.
Who made me quit my job? You. When you cry, who's there for you?
Who took care of you before she came in?
You did.
Hell yeah.
You made me quit my job,
Because I was taking care of her.
And guess what?
But the lesbian whore...
Here's my question for you. Why are you engaged to him if you don't like him?
Because she knows who the man.
But I love,
You did love him?
baby, I got a man and it's plastic, okay? And it does
Well, put that plastic man to work.
Let's bring out Plastic Man.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know about Plastic Man, but I do know about somebody called Spastic Man. Oh, God. He's bad. That's sick. Sick. I think he could be related to Sean. Oh, yeah. Friday, Jerry uncovers top secret gay affairs. You haven't seen such clandestine capers since J. Edgar Hoover put on a gingham dress and learned how to cha-cha. And that about wraps up this edition of Talk Soup. I'm Susan Hawk from Survivor. If you enjoyed the show, thanks for watching. If you didn't, then the hell with you.